Hello and welcome to Cult Status. I am your humble host, the Pop Cultist. I have also been described as dashing, handsome, well-endowed. Today we will be looking at Charles Band's 1989 straight-to-VHS smash hit, Puppet Master. So the film starts with what feels like the longest credit sequence in existence. Seriously, to whoever made those opening credits, we get it. Found the zoom in transition in Premiere, got all excited, and wanted to tell us all about it. Like Joel Osteen, whatever thinks Christianity is. Speaking of dicks with a camera, kinda makes you want to know what the dog's point of view is like. Here we are introduced to Mr. Andre Toulon, who I can only assume is our titular character. Never mind. Question. Why didn't Andre just fight back? He had a gun. He knew they were coming. He even had an army of weaponized puppets at his disposal, which we've already seen are fast as hell and clearly have ninja-like skills. Cut to a shot of Mel Gibson sleeping off a pint of Ben & Jerry's. We're introduced to Alex, a grown man who, even with his awful Miami Vice haircut and constant wet dreams, is still on a quest for love. And by that I mean he's just gonna charm the ladies with his soft-spoken voice and creepy stares.
You're staring at me.
I'm sorry.
We also get Dana, who's posing as a fake psychic trying to swindle money from idiots.
See, marriage, maybe?
Most definitely. In a very short period of time, you two are going to be happily married.
Oh.
And you are going to have a little boy.
I mean, come on, look at this meathead just sitting there. Chew, 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 breathe.
My grandmother's already dead, ma'am.
Well, it's really your grandmother.
Oh, buddy, I'm sorry.
Time to smooth up to Grandma. Apparently Dana is a real psychic as well. And she foresees her own demise. Because, I don't know, foreshadowing?
All right, Andrea, I want you to recreate in your mind your wildest sexual fantasy.
And here we are introduced to our sex symbol for the movie, Clarissa and Frank, who is so goddamn sexy and talented, he's picking up things Clarissa just ain't getting.
She's running down the beach and she's naked. He's getting very close to her. You're not getting any of this.
No.
After discovering they all had similar visions, they come together to the hotel at the beginning of the film in order to meet up with Gallagher.
And where might old Neil be?
Who, just like Andre, decided this pale-filtered world was just too much to live in, and so he shot himself in the head. Or at least, that's what his wife says.
I thought you knew. He shot himself.
In my opinion, he looks pretty damn good for a man who supposedly took a bullet to the brain. I mean, couldn't he just be pretending? It's like the most overly used stereotype in the entire world.
Charming.
Oh, I think I'm in love. Oh my God, she's perfect. That sexy stare. That accent.
Dead as a doornail.
And the way she could have just murdered that guy. I need a minute. Apparently Gallagher was the worst human being ever. Not only does Dana think he's a dick, and I love Dana, but she flat out states it to his grieving widow.
The truth is, honey, your husband was a despicable, greedy bastard. He screwed us, and we mean to even the score.
Oh, marry me. And to make matters worse, using Clarissa's ability to sense out the history of rooms and objects, you find out that, well, Gallagher was a rapist. With the monster-like O-face. Either he just had a very violent orgasm, or he is loving the death of innocence. We find Clarissa really getting a feel for the room.
Oh my God, Frankie.
What?
This is a movie star bed.
Not now, Carissa.
No, really.
We're focusing on Gallagher.
And while Frank's not really feeling those sexy thoughts at the moment, once he finds out it was Clark Gable and Carol Lombard, well, let's just say that justifies a very stiff, awkward boob grab.
What was doing here?
Oh my God.
Immediately followed by a bath, because, well, Frank not only has PhDs, he's got STDs.
Get the hell out of me, you jerk!
My own pantyhose. Meanwhile, in another part of the hotel, we see the maid,
You know, people used to come here just to see this place all over.
whose name escapes me at this moment, so we'll call her Alice.
The Queen of England.
We see Alice showing Dana to her room, which Dana immediately takes it upon herself to terrify Alice with a feather.
It's an interesting aroma. What is it?
Hickory and dragon's blood.
What are you doing?
I'm cleaning your etheric body.
What?
This will protect you. Listen to me. You are in great danger. Do not go near the fireplace, whatever you do.
Bitch, why you freaking like that? Dragons aren't real. You know, even though Dana told Alice not to go near the fireplace, I get the strangest feeling she will go straight there. Good evening, folks, and welcome to a beautiful game of Can She Make It? Tonight's contestant is Alice the Maid. We see Alice has already made one fatal mistake by disregarding common fucking sense and going to the fireplace anyway when she could have just, I don't know, not done that.
Somebody there?
Mistake number 2 comes in right here where we see her leave the fire poker in order to investigate a noise that she can't seem to identify the source of. Finally, here goes Pinhead making his move. He's got the fire poker and... What the hell was that? Seriously? That's the sound effect you go with? A comedic bonk? I mean, if you're gonna make it funny, you might as well fully commit. Now that the puppets are out, the movie really starts picking up. guess not, since the director thinks it would be much more interesting to watch Blade look at Dana through a peephole and then get down from the chair and look at Frank and Clarissa through a peephole, who are getting it on. Oh, yeah. And Blade decides that if he can't have Clarissa, no one can. So he sends in Drillhead Puppet to drill her.
Wait, what are you doing? What are you doing? Don't stop.
Oh my God.
What is it?
The door's open. I think someone's in the room, Frank.
Well, untie me, Chris. Come on. Untie me.
Why Clarissa doesn't untie Frank and instead leaves him blind and strapped to the bed is way beyond me. Because she clearly knows something is up. It's really interesting how Frank can't hear a drill puppet decimating his girlfriend's face just 5 feet away.
Chris, is this a joke, right?
I've heard of lockjaw, but this is ridiculous.
Chris, you know I have no sense of humor.
You little minx.
You know you really had me going there.
Apparently Frank can't tell the difference between Clarissa's luscious lips and a tiny wooden puppet. It's a hell of a compliment to you, Clarissa. I guess it doesn't matter though, seeing as you have a big old hole in your face.
Must be one of those undisclosed sexual aids, huh? What is that?
Just 4 leeches later, and Frank is properly sucked off. I don't really have anything more for that. I guess now it's just, taco time! Yelling it at you! Enjoy, cute puppy!
What's that? Oh, I'm real happy you decided to come on the trip with me.
And back to the film, to catch the lovely Dana stumble throughout the halls drunk as shit, and dancing with the good old dead dog Leroy. Only to bump into Alex as he flees from Frank's sexcapades / murder.
Would you like to come in for a little nightcap?
Thanks, but I'd rather do a little wandering.
I was hoping we could do a little rearranging of the walls ourselves.
I don't think that'd be a good idea, Dana.
So 50 Shades of Beige here decides to not have sex with Dana and instead wander the halls like some sort of idiot to find some widow to ominously stare at. Ugh, what a beige thing to do.
I know you don't like Alex very much, but he's
Dana returns to her room unlucky in love.
a good boy.
Only to find Gallagher is there, not really doing anything, seeing as how he is just sitting there.
Dear old friend Gallagher.
But that doesn't stop Dana from shaking it.
We put the dead to rest.
Ugh, old ones, I love her. I really hope nothing bad happens to her. Oh yeah. I forgot she knew she was going to die. Well, at least my Dana's smart enough to change it up and not go to the elevator. Or she'll go to the elevator. Well, surely she has a plan to get out of this. No! 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 Why? At least she's in a better place now. Let's see. Shattered Dreams? Never heard of it. Watchers 2? No, haven't seen that one either. 1 + 2 = 4 and 2090. 2 movies that were apparently so irrelevant, IMDb decided not to upload their cover art. Rest in peace, my love.
Spend all your time waiting for that second chance for a break.
I just don't understand why they let the man who is so boring be the last alive. It's like he's the living embodiment of a Thomas Kincaid painting. So, with Miranda's knock on the door, it's time to get this show on the road.
Alex, I want you to come with me. I have something I want to show you.
Just, let me get my shoes.
Just after Alex gets his shoes. Whatever.
I couldn't sleep.
Well, at least they can't draw this scene out anymore.
Something about...
Or they can take the stairs and add a few more minutes. Thank you.
It never occurred to me before that there was a connection between the old puppet master's death and my husband, but after dinner, it began to make sense.
Question, old ones. Why didn't they just take the elevator and save us all some time? Oh, yeah. Oh.
Spend all your time waiting for that second chance.
I told you I want to show you something.
You can't save her, Alex.
Stop! We find out that Alex's dream from the beginning is in fact real. Or not. Fuck you, Alex. No wonder you got passed on the role for Han Solo. Seriously, Google that shit. It's a thing.
Alex? Wake up!
For instance, is this real? Or is it just going to end up with more dumbass dancing and a bullet to the head?
I want you to come with me. I was looking through Neil's books up here, and I started reading this one. This is Andre Toulon's diary. Listen to this. Today I gave them life, using the ancient Egyptian rites of afterlife.
Ah, at last we get some answers. Like that Gallagher was indeed searching for the Puppet Master. And many more questions we did not have, because the film had already talked about them at a great length.
Let me explain.
Metaphysically speaking, I killed myself. And using the techniques of the old puppet master, I brought myself back to life.
Why?
That's See? I want to live forever. All life eventually ends in death, but for me, there is no end now.
You mean no natural end?
It would take the total destruction of this body, something that you are not capable of. I'm much stronger now than I ever was alive.
And after very lengthy exposition from Gallagher, it's time to punch Miranda in the face and beat the living shit out of Alex to the point where he bleeds. And then doesn't. And then bleeds again!
It's time to die, Alex.
Stop it!
So you can live forever.
After a very much needed Alex ass whooping, it's time for the puppets to step in and take care of Gallagher.
Open this fucking door! I'll get you, Alex. No.
I guess when Gallagher said his entire body needed to be destroyed, what he really meant was a few flesh wounds and a giant leech down the throat. Oh, and a broken neck. Well, aside from Alex getting his advances rejected more by Miranda the grieving widow, that was Puppet Master. So what lessons can we take away from a film like this? Well, patience for one. Also, a lesson for storytellers out there: when writing a character with perfectly coiffed hair, don't make him beige. Just don't.
Well, my cab's waiting.
You take care of yourself.
Yeah, I will. You too.
Take care of that, too.
And if you ever get to the east, give me a call.
I'll do that.
And so that's it for today's lesson from the old ones. I'm the Pop Cultist. That's Taco. And Puppet Master has reached cult status. Oh yeah, and apparently Miranda knew about everything the whole time.
Good dog, Leroy.